Right. Yes, happy weekend to everyone. Happy Friday. Let me get this set up and ready to go. Alright, we're just about ready to guide. We got focusers on both cameras now, which is going to be super awesome. And we are almost ready for the wide field, as we're getting ready for that too, so this will be just about done. We are on 6 of 8 right now on the wide field, and we are just ready to guide now. Perfect. So we'll take a 2-minute image here on the Canon camera, see what we get here, and then we'll take a quick 17-second exposure on the other camera. We're still waiting for the wide field, and it's on 6 of 8. That looks good. You can actually barely see the nebulosity in the Canon camera, which is kind of neat. I think that is really, really cool. So I think if we take a longer exposure, we should be in great shape with the focus being absolutely pristine. I think we're going to have lots of fun with this. And the title of this is called Short But Sweet. We're going to be going just for a little bit tonight. We won't be going super long. Just nice, easy-going little stream. Started at 11:30. We'll probably go till about 1. We'll get about an hour and a half. The goal right here is to take an amazing picture with the Canon 1000D. That's the goal. So we'll see what we get here. About 10 seconds. Okay, here we go. Oh, those stars are pristine. Look at that. Wow. You can actually see nebulosity of the Pac-Man. Right here. If I were to take this mouse right along here, that star that you see right here, that's the center right there. That's the center of the Pac-Man right there. You can actually see the redness around it. How neat is that? And the stars look great. Look at that. I could probably go to 240 and then kick it down to 800. Let's try that and see what it looks like. I'm very impressed with that. Well, we can have tons of fun with the Canon camera. Yeah, it's the Pac-Man Nebula. It's NGC 281. Is what I'm just pointing at, just to see how much nebulosity I can pull out of this. And very impressed with what it can come out with here. This is with a clip-in filter. It is a CLS filter. And then it's a modified camera. So the CLS gives you this green tint that you see here. And then with it being modified, it's actually taking the glass, the actual filter, out of the camera and putting a glass plate in front of it. So what it's doing is it's emitting all of the hydrogen alpha gas into the sensor. So you'll be able to see more. And again, you can get a modified camera for like $200-300. And this is a 1000D. The 1000D has been around for forever. So you take a long enough exposure. This is going to be a 4-minute exposure coming up. What I just took just before was a 2-minute exposure. That's it, 2 minutes. I'd like to go to 4 to 5 minutes, possibly even 10. So the information we're going to be getting on this is going to be insane. What I'm going to do is we're going to do a 5-minute exposure on the Meade camera. See what we get with that. In luminance, by the way. We are just about ready. Get about 30 seconds, about 45 seconds, and then we're going to take off the cap on the wide field. What I had to do was I had to go put the cap on to take dark frame for my wide field. So Genghis Khan, last night we put out the wide field camera. So if I were to flip this over here to my wide field, this is my wide field right now. Don't have much because these are all the hot, cold, and just all the pixels. Okay, so you can see everything all throughout here. You have red, green, and blue pixels all throughout here. What it does is it's taking the pictures with the cap on it, and then once I start taking pictures of it, what it's going to do is it's going to subtract those from the image. Alright, so now we're done, so now we're going to take the cap off. Give me 1 second. Of course, guiding probably went haywire. Oh my god, yeah. Ha! There we go. Alright, so now it's going to start taking images. Now what we'll do is we'll browse. Okay. Take that one. Alright, so now we have 7 dark frames added to the library. So now we're going to wait about 37 seconds and then we're going to be able to get that. Welcome, Michael. Mr. Mick. So it's about 25 seconds here. And we're going to get a first shot here of our wide field with the dark subtraction. So it's going to actually subtract all of these hot and cold pixels. So let's see here. What do we got? 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Alright, we're going to wait about another minute and a half, and then we're going to see the next image. But right now, this is what you get. So you're getting a ton of stars here. And you're going to be getting the Milky Way, which is even cooler. So if you were to take a look here, it's going to cut right through. Right here. This is the Milky Way right here. And then what cuts right through it, this is Cassiopeia. So you have, this would be the top of Cassiopeia. Then it would go down to here. Then you would go up. And then over. And then that's the end of the W right here. So this is a big W. And then where we're shooting is right here. That's where we're shooting. Right off of the bottom of the W. Which is really cool. And then if we wait a little bit, this is the house, by the way. I don't know if you noticed it, but this is a house. And as we go along, you're going to start seeing the house move that way. So it's going to go away, and you're going to start getting more of this. And this is what I want. So I'll be able to see some shooting stars if possible. We caught one last night. So we might be able to catch a little bit more, maybe. But what I did was I took off... Well, I put a more dark frames into this. So by putting more dark frames, we should be in good shape with the subtraction. Let's see what we get here. Let's take a look. Oh, that's much better. Okay, cool. Much, much, much better. That's really cool. You can really see it. That is really cool. You're getting a ton of stars in this. Pretty much stars down to probably the 14th or 15th magnitude. Or I would say 10th magnitude probably. Which is really cool. And then we can also... And of course, naturally, we got the moon up at the top right, the my handy-dandy moon guide to see what phase we are in the moon right now. The moon is 18% illuminated, which means it rises at about 3 a.m. So we have a moonless night, which is amazing, which is super awesome. And what we're going to do is we're going to wait about another minute, and then we're going to flip this over to the Canon camera, and then we're going to see, because of course naturally I went outside, and by me going outside stars got jolted. I'm trying to figure out where the time on this is. for the Canon camera. About 40 seconds and then we should be done. If I were to zoom in, you're going to see the stars jolted a little bit. But, again, the cool thing is you can really see NGC 281, which is the Pac-Man, which is right here. And I can follow it. So, like, this is where the mouth is right here. Goes around, hooks around here, and then comes around here towards the bottom. And then it goes around, and then up, and to there. And then, of course, naturally, you got the eye of the Pac-Man, which is right here. How cool is that? So there's your mouth right there. So here comes the next image here. Oh, yeah, it's so much better. Oh, my God, that is beautiful. That's a 4-minute image. That is gorgeous. So what we're going to do... We're going to go to imaging. Okay. And we're going to take, it's going to go 800, 360, 420, 480. We'll do a 480 second exposure at 400 ISO. We'll try that and see what we get here. Now, the next thing I'd like to do... So let's see here. What I want to do is I want to get the time on here so that way you can see how much time is elapsing for the Canon camera. So give me a second here. Can't find it. What the hell? Oh, it's reversed. Well, that's why. Well, that's stupid. I'm gonna have to flip that then. There we go. There it is. Okay. Alright, here we go. I just switched to midnight. That's awesome. There we go. And now we have the status. And what I'll do is I'll make this a lot smaller too. So we'll make this like right about there. Okay, so now we have a status for my wide field, which you can watch the house move. We have a status for the camera. And then we have a status for the mead, which actually just finished its picture. So what we'll do, we'll take that. So then that way we'll take a whole bunch of images here. There we go. That is so cool. That's an luminance filter too. That is so neat. Right, 270 seconds here. Just wanted to test this out at 480 seconds. This is an 8-minute image that we're going to see here. Let's take a look and see what we get here. Because we're just taking the next step. And when we're done with this image, what I want to do is I want to jump to the double cluster again and get this with the Canon camera and see what it looks like in the Canon, with focus being absolutely perfect. Last night when we got the dumbbell, the focus was off by just a little bit. So what I did was I added the ribbon cable to the focuser, so now I can focus it just like I can with the other camera. So now both cameras I can focus from inside the office. So now we're set. Both things are done. We got the filter wheel, the USB filter wheel for the Meade camera, which is nice. And then now I have taken darks with the wide field, so now I can actually go back to the wide field. Bam! What I should do actually is I should flip this. Rotate. And rotate. Whoa boy. Whoa boy. Okay, that didn't work. Let me try this. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Okay. We flipped it the right way. Because now we'll be able to see the Milky Way. So mostly every little dot that you see there is a star. That's crazy. Of course, there's a random dust mote right... where is it? Right there. top right. Alright, let's flip it to, because we're going to be done at 480 seconds. So here we go for the first image for the Canon camera. It's done. So let's take a look at it. Let's just see here. Hang on. And there's a little bit of a lag again. Hang on. Is it worth it? Let Elliot work it. He put that image down, flip it, and reverse it. I had to. I had to. I think that's awesome. That is absolutely perfect. You couldn't have said that any better. Hang on, it's trying to catch up here. Okay. So trying to catch up. Alright, now it's back. Alright. It is back, so you can see this is an 8-minute image. Of course, naturally stacked. This will look really good. And the outline of this here will look really, really good. Very true. There we go. Alright, so now let's move to another object here real quick. You know, we just testing it out, and looks pretty darn good to me. I'm pretty impressed. Very, very impressed with this. Yeah, ton of hydrogen in that view. I remember, I'm taking this in the luminance filter. If I were to flip this to a hydrogen alpha, I just want to show you. Before we move to another object, I've done this before. Genghis Khan, I want to show you how cool this looks. Alright, so this is just a regular filter here. Alright, we're going to flip the filter. So if you look up the top left, it's going to say filter. You're gonna notice that it's blank. I'm gonna change that here. Give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second. Pull it up. Okay, here it is. There. It's gonna say luminance. Okay. What I could do is I could take this and flip this to H alpha right now. Bam. Flipped it. Okay. Now what I will do is I will go to my regular photo, and this would be a live view. Okay, so give me 1 second. It's going to be a 20 gain. Okay. Okay, so now you're watching a star come into view here. What I'm doing is I'm focusing this to get this dead on for focus. Perfect, right there. Alright, so now it is completely in focus. So now we're set. So now that star is bright. And you can see it, and there's going to be a bunch of stars here. Okay, so now what I will do is we will take... and we'll do the sequence. So now it's going to take an image at 5.74 gain. Okay. No, 20 gain. G-A-I-N. Not ging. 20 gain. And what this will do is we will see what this looks like with the hydrogen alpha filter, and I'm going to go flip it back and forth between both of them. So you'll see one in luminance and then hydrogen alpha. And the best part is I didn't even have to leave my chair. And I could do the same thing with the Canon camera. So naturally what can happen is it can get really, you know, the humidity can be very high, and with it being so high it can change the focus once in a while. Now what's cool about this is I could change the histogram on the Canon camera here. Ging. Ha! So funny. What I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in here and see what the stars do here on the Canon camera. So we're looking at this at 300. I will go even further. 537%. Get ready. Here we go. What are the stars going to do at 587%? They get better. They get much better. We zoomed it all the way in. Stars look phenomenal. Welcome, Kim. Alright, so we are about more than halfway on the Meade camera. We are at 2 minutes and 53 seconds. We'll flip it back to the wide field while we're waiting. wonder where the status bar is on this. Nope, wrong button. Did not want to do that. I got 30 seconds left. So, Genghis, get ready. I'm going to show you what this will look like in Hydrogen Alpha. Kim and Amol, you guys have already seen this before, which is amazing. Of what we got. So again, I'm going to flip it back. Okay, so this is what it looked like in just Luminance Filter. Okay, that's what it looked like with Luminance. This is Hydrogen Alpha. Okay, so now you're going to look at it and go, what is this? I don't see anything. This is a black picture. Well, I do the magic with the curves. Yeah, the curves. So it's down there. All right. All right, there it is, right there. Okay. All right, here it is. Here it is. There you go. And that's just unreal of what you can get with Hydrogen Alpha. It's just that the filter is incredible. The detail that you get just right here alone, right here, and how it just goes around. And then you're getting even the outer edges here too, which is just amazing. To me, that just, it blows me away of what you can get. The difference between the two is amazing. And that's just one shot. That's a 5-minute image. That's no stacking, no calibration, no nothing. Just making sure it's in focus, and then you're done. Welcome, James. And it's just incredible. And we can go to many objects, multiple objects, without any problems at all. We could do the Heart Nebula. We could, here, you want to know what? Here, I'll get one object here. Ready? Here. Here's what we'll do. We will go to the next object, one that we didn't get before. So hang on. We're gonna stop the guider. Alright. We're gonna show you the Soul. Okay? I don't know if, did we do the Soul Nebula? I don't think we ever did. I don't think we ever did the Soul Nebula. Well, we're gonna go do the Soul Nebula now. We're just gonna move the camera here. You could actually watch it on the bottom left of the screen here. Here, what I'll do is, there you go. Okay, so we can actually watch it. Isn't that cool? There we go. Right there. Alright, so the Soul Nebula. Alright. We're gonna wait a few seconds here and get this ready and ready to go. And then we're gonna find a good guide star. That's a good one right there. I like that one. Perfect. And go. So then we'll take this image. And I just want to see where we are. So what we're going to do is we're going to take video mode. We'll take a 36-second exposure here. And see where we are here. We should be right in the middle. About to find out now, won't we? Oh yeah. We are dead center. That's the soul. Right in the middle of the screen, so that's exactly what I want. Fantastic. Perfect. Ha! That's the best part, James. I plate solved already in the beginning. I did in the beginning, but what happens is once you plate solve in the beginning, everything else is... Because what it did was it moved the mount to sync with the mount and the program. So it knows exactly where it is in the sky. So once I do it once, I could go anywhere in the sky. I could do like little tiny ones. I could do big objects. I could do anything. As long as I know where that double circle is, I know exactly where we are. So like after this image here, this 5-minute image, you give me an object that's small around the Heart Nebula, and I'll get it for you. So James, throw an object out there. I know it's, you know, you're in the southern hemisphere, but even Kim, you know, a mole. Chris from Astro-Life channel. Let me know. Give me an object that's in that area. You let me know, and I could be more than happy to get it here. Right now we're already at a minute and a half here. Now, eventually, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be getting an all-sky camera, which, instead of having obstructions and everything, so like when you see the camera on the bottom left here, where you have all of this, the house and the shed and everything all here, that's all going to go bye-bye. So, I'm going to be able to get the whole sky without having to worry about anything, because it's going to be 180 degrees. And it's going to be no obstructions at all. So that is going to be absolutely epic. So I can't wait to see what we're going to get with that. We're halfway. True. I kind of figured that. let's zoom in. So on the bottom left, I'm using that program, which is Carta de Seal, and then of course this is the Soul right here. So what I can do is I can change it to IC 1846. There we go. Interesting. See, I didn't know that. It's kind of cool. Would have never guessed that. Alright, so now the image is done. Let's take a look and see what we got. Oh, Jesus. Wow, that's crazy. I think I did get this object before. That's right, I did. Woohoo! Wow! Look at the detail. Let's bring it down just a little bit. There we go. That down. And bring this up. So that's your Soul Nebula. Cool is that? And the Soul Nebula is coming up on the cannon in about 30 seconds. Well, Chris, lay it on me. Let me know what objects. Come on, man. See what we got. And of course, we went from, you know, these are gigantic objects. These objects like take up the whole frame. I mean, the Soul is just as freaking big as the Heart Nebula, so that is an amazing stuff. That's crazy what that is. That's just one shot, 5 minutes. And I would like to take a whole bunch of these, which I know I've gotten 4 or 5 of them before. Alright, and then this is next one coming up here. This is the Soul Nebula with the Canon camera. Now, can't really see much. It's there. It's like right in here. It's all right in here. Yeah, I mean that's I got the entire thing. It's just nuts. I'm looking at a couple images that were APODs of this, and I nailed every bit of it. Which is just crazy. Next image is done. So you can just see how fast we're going here. What I'll do is we'll do this at 20. We'll do it 13%, so you can see where it fits in the frame. So you're gonna have an outline. There you go. So you can see where it fits. It literally fits just perfect in that field of view. the next one's done. Take a look and see here. We can go to a small object here. Let's see here. So right now we're at the Soul Nebula here. Oh, we'll go to the double cluster, that's right. That's what I wanted to do. $69, there it is. Alright, so we'll stop the guider. We've taken 3 images. 4. So we've taken 4, so that's great. Okay. We'll stop the guider. And now we'll move to the double cluster just to see what we get. And watch how cool it is. You don't even need plate solving anymore. Now I'm just moving the mount over. You're gonna see that the circles will get closer and closer to it. Right there, now it's right on top of it. So now, if I had to take an image, now we'll just take a quick image just to see if it's in the center. And again, we've taken this one before, but I just want to see, for purposes of the Canon camera, I want to see how the stars look. Because that's my ultimate goal right now. Take a look and see. Oh yeah, we're right where we need to be. Perfect. Excellent. Okay. Let's see here. There, we'll take a 4-minute exposure. Oh, this is gonna look epic. It's gonna be great. And we did do this in color, so. Alright, so we'll take a 1-minute image here in hydrogen alpha with the camera for the meat. I want to see this. Alright, so it's done. Probably have to take a little bit of a longer exposure. Yeah. So let's go to 3 minutes. Let's try 3 minutes at 20 gain. Let's see what happens. Not that it's not going to make a difference, but... There we go. So now you're going to see them in the same screen. So this is 20 gain, and this is a 1-minute exposure. It's NGC 864, and then it's also 884 also, but we'll just leave just with one of them. Alright, so now this image will be done at 4 minutes, so this will be good. Oh, man. Oh, wow. So this is one of them right here. Look at that one. Wow. And then there's the one below that, which is this one right here. That is a lot of stars. That is crazy. I'm impressed. This is a 3-minute image. Oh, excuse me. Let's see here, because the Canon camera is just about done. We will zoom in on the star. Let's see what it does. Perfect. Doesn't even move. It drifted a bit, but it still stayed really good, and that's all I want. Fantastic. So So we'll got about 5-10 more minutes, and then we will call it a night. Don't want to stay out too much later. It's clear out. It's beautiful out. I mean, we're getting image after image after image, which is just phenomenal. And we're just having so much fun doing this. We could look to see one more object, and then we can call it a night. Now let's go to NGC 663. There we go. So let's take a look. Let me just go right to NGC 663, and then we'll call it a night. Go. There we go. So now we're going to stop the guider. Stop guider. Stop my image. Okay. And now we're going to move the mount. Like literally a hop, skip, and a jump. And you can see it on the bottom left, where I'm just moving the mount just slightly. There we go. We're dead on NGC 663. And then I can zoom in. There we go. Now let's take a look and see if we're right where we need to be. And go. Let's take a look and see. Now NGC 663 is a star cluster. It's a compact star cluster, but it's not as big as the double cluster. So go. Again, it's NGC 663. And it's going to be, looks like it's going to be right in there. Let me start the guider back up. Some good stars, it looks like. Perfect. Oh yeah, dead center. That's it right there. This is NGC 663 right here. Perfect. We're just gonna wait for it to go through. We got about 2 minutes until the next image pops up. We'll just take a couple of these, and then we'll call it a night. Turn up the music just a little bit here. And we'll get closer there so that way you can hear me a little bit better. How about this? We'll get there. Move this up just a little. Whoa, way too much. Whoa, way too much. There we go. How about that? Is that better? Yeah, well, we're still in the red. Hang on, we're gonna do that right about there. Okay, that's good. Or salt on the table. That sounds about right. That's really cool. Alright, so this next image for the Canon camera is going to be like all messed up because I was moving the mount in getting it just set up, so we gotta wait for the next image to come through. What's going to be cool about this is you're going to see there's going to be two star clusters, okay, that we're going to get. Of course, we have NGC 663, but we also have NGC 654. They're both going to be in the same field of view. And also, if you look careful enough, you'll also see NGC 659. Again, this is a little bad, but let me just see. Hang on, there we go. All right, so we got the main cluster. So we're looking at the bottom right. Okay, we're gonna zoom in here, and it looks bad only because, well, we were in the midst of moving and stuff. But you have this one here. This is the main cluster, which is right there. Then you have a side one over here. Okay, so that side one again, as I said, it's NGC 654, and then there's a little baby one right up here. That's this one right here. And that little tiny one is NGC 659. How cool. We'll just wait for the next image to pop up here for that one. This image is done, so we can take a look at the one for the mead. Oh wait, we gotta move it down. There we go. And there you go. So that's the 2 star clusters right there. How cool is that? Now what's really cool is these 2 bright stars that you see here. Okay? So if we're looking at this here, these 2 stars, you got this star right here, and you got that star right there. These are 2 red hypergiant stars. So if I were to do this in color, all these stars would appear blue, not blue. Well, yeah, actually, yeah, there are a couple of stars in this that would actually turn blue. So actually, you want to know what? Screw it. Let's do this in color. Screw it. What do you say? Should we do this in color? Real quick, we'll just take some quick images of this. Screw it. Let's do it. Because there's some blue stars, red stars. There's a whole bunch of stuff in here. Screw it. I know I gotta work in the morning, but I don't care. We won't do luminance. We'll just do red, green, and blue. We'll just take, 1 or 2 minute exposures, and then we'll be good to go. Okay, we're just getting this in focus. Okay. Trying to get this in focus for the red channel. Should be right about there. That should be perfect right there. Alright, this is as good as I can get it. Okay, perfect. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll take this down to 2.72. We'll do 2.73, fine. And we'll do 2 minute exposures. We'll take 5. That's a half an hour. Ugh, boy, I can't do that. We'll do 4. That's 8. It's 24 minutes. Yeah, that should be good. We'll take 4. Alright, and go. And the image is done for the Canon camera, so you can actually see how amazing this looks. That is so cool. And as I said, the ones that are in the middle here, you can see that it's like a red hypergiant. It's crazy. The Soul Nebula. Is that just like the Dope Nebula? Alright, so we're doing it in red right now. We're going to take 4 reds, 4 greens, and 4 blues, and we'll call it a night. We'll be officially done. Also, keep in mind, we have been taking shots every single 2 minutes for the wide field camera. We've actually been taking shots here. And it's been tracking all the way across. As now you're starting to see... Here, I'll pull it up here. Right. Yeah, and I know the mouse, the pointer's upside down only because I wanted to orient this way you could see, because it's looking at it upside down. But right there, that's Mirfak right there. Or Mirfake? I don't know. But that's one of the stars there, and then you still have Cassiopeia, which is right here. So Cassiopeia is still staying in there, which is in view, which is right there. And then just on the outskirts, I don't know. Here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in just a little bit here. I don't know if you could see it or not. But just on the outskirt over here, you have the Little Dipper, which is right over here. Yeah, it's just on the outskirt. But Little Dipper is in view. Yeah. Go to 66%. And looking at this, use your imagination, but you can really see the Milky Way. You can actually see it in this field of view. It cuts right through Cassiopeia, which is really cool. And once we move away from the house, you'll get a better field of view. So what I want to do is, like, I want to show everybody that you don't have to have thousands of dollars of equipment in order to get nice views of the sky. This is crappy skies. I'm at, again, Bortle scale 9, or 8, one below the worst you could possibly get, with light pollution of Niagara Falls, Amherst, Buffalo, Grand Island, everywhere. There's like a light dome, so if I were to scroll up, well, you could actually see it here, is right here, there's a light dome, and you could see it, and it goes up and around here, so like all this is like a light blue, all that, right in here. So you can see like the Milky Way starts to fade a little bit right here, but then starts to get prominent as it gets away from it. And that's pretty much what it is. Yeah, exactly. But you could still get good photos. And that's what I say to a lot of people, is don't give up. You know, you can get great shots. I have a DSLR that I'm taking images with, and I'm getting awesome shots with it. It's a simple camera, which is nice. So we're on 2 of 4 right now, about to hit number 3, and we'll flip it to green, and flip it to blue, and then we're done. Alright, so that's number 3. That's crazy. All right, 15 seconds and we'll flip it to green. All right, so now that's done. Now we will flip this to green. Okay, so now you can see the stars there. And now what we could do is we can go to green and change. There shouldn't be too much change in focus. It should be pretty good. Alright, so it's just changing in focus now. Perfect, right there. All right, perfect. Okay, we'll take 4 images of these at 2 minutes apiece. So now we'll take these in the green filter. first green one is done. There's your red. There's your green. Interesting, huh? Yeah. Alright, so there's your red, your green. We got one, we got 3 more to go. And then we'll do blue. We'll go back to the wide field and see if there's anything out there. And remember, we're taking 2-minute shots of the wide field, and we're saving every single one of them. So what I'll do is I'll go through each one individually to see if there was any meteors that went through. But you got a lot of stars, and now it's getting to the point where Cassiopeia is starting to get drowned out by stars, which is what I want. Which is nice. Well, this is 2-minute. This is a 2-minute exposure. And as time will go through, you're going to start to see, and I'll go pull it up here, you're going to start to see the house, which is here, it's going to start moving this way. It's going to start moving out of frame, which means you're going to start getting the Milky Way, which again sits right here. It's going to go right across through Cassiopeia all the way down. And welcome, Mr. Jello. How are you doing, sir? So we're on 3 of 4, so we are just almost done with the 4th and final one for green, and then we'll flip it to blue. So then that way we'll have red, green, and blue. 2, 3, and this is red. 1, 2, 3. Okay. just about done with the last green one. So that means we'll have red, green, and blue. Now, if it was a nebula, I would take illuminance, but we don't need to. I'm not worried about it. Alright, so now, wait for this last image to finish. Alright, so now the last one is now done. Go back to this here. And then go to video mode. Okay. Go to 20 for gain, not ging. Perfect. Use this one as a guide for when we focus. And then we'll flip it to blue. Here we go. Flipping to blue. Perfect, right there. Perfect. All right. So now we'll go back down to 2.73 for the gain. And then we're going to take 2-minute exposures and go. So now we're going to do the blue channel. So now we're doing the blue channel. No, the truth. So we're only going to be on for about another 8 to 10 more minutes. So we're going on until 1:40 a.m. Eastern Time, and then we're going to call it a night because I got to work tomorrow. I'm exhausted. We have streamed 6 of the last 7 nights, which has been awesome. And of those 6 nights that we have streamed, 5 of them have been clear. So it has been clear, and we've been taking advantage, full advantage of this, which is nice. Now, also, the next night that we're going to be out here, it might be tomorrow night. I don't know. I'd like to test out to see if we can get someone to call in. So I want to test this out. I've been doing some test runs here and getting some stuff, but I want to get that figured out so this way I can have people call in, and I can have a couple of guests. I can have a round table, which will be nice. I've done that in the past. I'd like to get back to doing that again, so we'll get to that. We will get to where I want to get people on. Oh no, we're not doing it tonight. I've only got about 5-10 more minutes and I'm done for tonight. in the next couple of days. I'd like to get that done. So I may do like a test stream like Sunday afternoon or during the week just to test it out to see. Kind of like what I did when we wanted to get our stream to 1080p, which, Jello, you helped me out to get that, which is nice. I remember doing my streams in 720p, and we lagged so bad, it was so terrible. So, luckily, we got that figured out. Alright, so we're on frame number 2 of 4. About 6 minutes left. And then we are done. And while we're waiting for more images to come through, we'll go back to our wide field. There you go. Of course, naturally, you got Andromeda. Let's see here. So you got Andromeda, which is right there. That's Andromeda Galaxy right there. Which is kind of cool. And we could try that. I mean, I'm just trying to think of what day would work best. Working tomorrow, off on Sunday, work Monday and Tuesday. I could try Wednesday. So I'd like to try Wednesday of testing out all the stuff. So we'll get there. Alright, so we're on to the last and final frame for the blue channel. Jello, put your actually, you know what? Here, I'll do it right now. There, I just posted the link, Jello. I just posted the link there so that way you can subscribe to more Jello. Put your channels on there by all means. Yeah, Jinx. Now, put your channels on there. This way, if people can subscribe, and just build that community, which is nice. Yeah, I'm running low latency. Yeah, I should run normal latency. I should. But I never changed it. I should. Wouldn't be a bad idea, actually. But it's another night that I'll try to do for testing. Let's see what we can do. We'll do luminance. Just because I gotta do luminance. I have to. That's not too horrible. See here, how bad is that? I think we got it. I think we're good there. Yeah, that's much better. Okay. Alright, there we go. So we'll take luminance and then we're done. Slower than a 25 megabyte connection. If you have a faster DLL speeds, recommend 7 seconds. Never recommend a 2-second one. It's taxing on everything. You need processing power in your PC. 7 seconds, maybe pushing it, but worth a look. Yeah, I'll definitely take a look. I'll see. Not a bad idea. We'll see. We're just taking the last and final set here in luminance, and then we're done. I'd rather be safe than sorry, so we might as well just complete the set, get it done, and then we're done. What do you mean by capped or FO? What does that mean? Oh, fiber optic? Oh, Sammy's getting M27. Awesome. So the first one is done. We'll take one more luminance and then we will be done for the night. Alright, so that is it. So that's it. There was a plane that went right through too. You could just barely see the plane going through. I'm going to take this and make it enhance it a little bit here. Exactly. Everything was fantastic tonight. Everything is just great. So we are going to end this stream. Thank you so much, guys, for coming out in this abbreviated short stream. But still, we had just as much fun, short and sweet, but still, we got what we needed to do. So with that being said, you guys have a wonderful weekend. I should be out here either Saturday or Sunday. I don't know what day yet, but I will let you guys know. So you guys have a wonderful night. Bye.